And one of the things they do is they stop eating. They lose a lot of weight. You have a plastic chair, you have your bed with a 1.5-inch mattress, no pillow, and you also have a locker. You ain't never did nothing. This what you want to put your brand on?
Diddy is being taken back to the Metropolitan Detention Center after he tried to fake a medical issue. Diddy was admitted to the Brooklyn hospital after he complained of an injury and told the guards he was depressed. Reports are now coming in, however, that Diddy lied about the entire thing and in reality just wanted to get out of jail.
Diddy Combs reportedly underwent treatment in a hospital as he continues to await trial on sex trafficking charges. According to Page 6, the 55-year-old was transported from Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a federal prison where he was sent following his September arrest, late January 30th, to undergo an MRI and was then soon returned to police custody later that night. The outlet cites a source as saying that the medical scan was authorized because his knee was bothering him. E! News has reached out to reps for Diddy and the Federal Bureau of Prisons for comment and has not heard back. The Grammy winner's attorney, Mark Agnafilo, tells TMZ, quote, "I cannot comment on anything related to prisoner movements. Also, I'm not commenting on anything related to possible medical issues." Diddy had shared in a since-deleted Instagram post in 2017 that he had undergone his third knee surgery in a year. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has neither confirmed nor denied the reports about Diddy's hospital visit. A spokesperson for the government agency tells the New York Post, quote, "For privacy, safety, and security reasons, we do not comment on the conditions of confinement for anyone in our custody to include medical status or medical trips." The hospital visit allegedly took place hours after federal prosecutors filed a new criminal indictment against the rap mogul, accusing him of coercing 2 additional women into commercial sex acts. No additional charges are included in the new filing, as the original September indictment had referenced 1 female victim. His lawyer has accused the prosecutors of making a major error in the new indictment. In a statement to E! News January 30th, he says, quote, "The prosecution's theory remains flawed. The government has added the ridiculous theory that 2 of Mr. Combs' former girlfriends were not girlfriends at all, but were prostitutes." Diddy has denied all of the charges against him, and the trial is set to begin May 5th.
Diddy's court appearance this Monday was postponed after his lawyers told the judge that Diddy was facing medical issues. So far, Diddy's bail has been denied 3 times, and by now Diddy knows that he's not getting out on bail. He still has one ace left up his sleeve, and that's faking a medical issue. Just a few weeks ago, leaked audio of Diddy came out where he was telling his son that he had a plan to get out of jail. Now he's out. Is that really a coincidence?
Diddy Combs was expected to appear in court within the hour, but postponed just moments ago. It comes after reports that the music mogul was admitted to the hospital last week. Fox 5's Lisa Everett is live in Lower Manhattan with all of this. Lisa, so at this moment, what do we know?
Well, Bianca, this is a very fast-moving situation. Developments happening almost every single day. It seems as if every day there's some new piece of news about Diddy or his legal troubles. Now, this afternoon he was scheduled to go before a judge here and have a hearing in one of the many civil cases that he's facing. But we just learned a short time ago that at the very last minute, that hearing naming Sean Diddy Combs in another legal issue in another civil suit was postponed at the very last minute with no future date scheduled and no explanation. This is just one of the many questions, growing number of questions in need of answers. Now, last Thursday at the MDC, where he is currently incarcerated, my sources tell me that Diddy was taken from MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center, about 10 at night to a nearby hospital for an MRI on his knee. Skeptics thought there must have been a fight or he was attacked at the prison that's considered one of the most dangerous in America. But sources insist he had a pain in his knee, possibly due to previous knee surgeries that he's undergone over the years. Now, the emergency hospital visit came just hours after federal prosecutors slapped him with a superseding indictment in his federal sex trafficking RICO case, adding 2 more victims and extending the time period for investigators from 2008 going back to 2004, meaning they have 4 more years in order to continue investigating possible additional allegations. Now, all of this taking place, as it seems every week, there's another docuseries or documentary being cranked out about Diddy, which criminal defense attorneys who try cases in the Southern District here at the federal courthouse tell me can possibly taint potential juries that are going to hear this case when it gets going in May. Now, he will be back in the criminal case here in this courthouse in about 2
Diddy was taken out of his jail cell in the middle of the night while every other inmate has treatment scheduled in the morning. How is this allowed, especially after the judge ruled that Diddy was too dangerous to be let out? Diddy was already caught trying to call and threaten witnesses, and now he's being allowed to go out in the middle of the night for a medical issue that isn't even an emergency. Something isn't adding up here. Interestingly, Diddy has been trying to fake medical issues for months now. He first tried to starve himself and then pretended he had depression.
It was filed on January 30th. Coincidentally, according to the New York Post, that's the same day Diddy was taken to a Brooklyn hospital from MDC. MDC is the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. It's where Diddy's been held since his arrest back in September. His team has tried multiple times for bail, but it's always been denied. So that's where Diddy has been for months now, but last week he was taken to the hospital. According to reports from the New York Post, Diddy was transported from MDC in the cover of darkness at about 10 p.m. on January 30th. He was taken to a Brooklyn hospital for an MRI after reporting issues with his knee. This actually isn't the first time we've heard about Diddy's knee either. He's apparently had problems with it since 2003 when he ran the New York Marathon. He even had multiple knee surgeries back in 2017. In a now deleted Instagram post, Diddy shared this photo and wrote, quote, "Just had my final knee surgery. They said I'd never run again. I said the devil is a liar." 2 exclamation points. 3 surgeries in 1 year. 3rd time's the charm. 3 exclamation points. Hashtag rebirth. Don't take the simple things in life for granted. Thank you to all the surgeons and docs and physicians. I thank God for y'all. And hashtag true love. Hashtag thank you. Hashtag God is the greatest. He also wrote, quote, "God puts us all through things for a reason. It's up to us to learn through the things that he puts us through. Sometimes you have to go through the pain to get to the joy. This journey has brought me closer to God, closer to my family, and most importantly, closer to myself, as this has been God's will." So apparently Diddy's knee has been bothering him recently, so he reported it. At some point, it was decided that he needed medical care outside of the jail, so he was taken to a Brooklyn hospital. He was only gone for a couple of hours and flew straight back to MDC after his MRI was finished. Diddy's attorney Mark Agnifilo told TMZ, quote, "I cannot comment on anything related to prisoner movements. Also, I'm not commenting on anything related to possible medical issues." A statement from the Federal Bureau of Prisons was released too. It says, quote, "For privacy, safety, and security reasons, we do not comment on the conditions of confinement for anyone in our custody, to include medical status or medical trips."
Deputy Warden at the Metropolitan Detention Center, Dr. Dwayne Hendrick, is also shocked at how Diddy was allowed to leave without following proper protocol. Medical procedures are scheduled weeks in advance and inmates are sent out during the day. High-profile inmates like Diddy need prior authorization. But in this case, everything was done in the middle of the night. Who was Diddy planning to meet at the hospital, and is he trying to get out on the basis of a fake medical issue?
MRIs and x-rays and things of that nature, they're on a normal work schedule, between, the normal business hours of maybe 10 o'clock and maybe 6 p.m. So in that case, this was a little bit different, getting him outside the facility in the late evening hours to do just, possibly basic MRI.
Yeah, I was thinking about the timeline too, because I don't ever recall going to the doctor at 10 p.m. at night. As you said, it's usually 9 to 5, 10 to 6 kind of vibe. But for P. Diddy, I can kind of understand why it was at 10 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking they decided to do this because he's such a high-profile name that they wouldn't want to draw attention to it. I mean, this is an unassuming Thursday night around 10 p.m. Could that be why they decided then to go to the hospital?
Yes, and also for a couple of reasons, staff. Many correctional agencies are short-staffed, so we're taking someone out with this high-profile person such as P. Diddy. Just the nature of who he is going to cause a serious security concern, because you're going to need to be able to stave off onlookers, fans, media, and the like. And then you also got to think about the security of the hospital, their operations. I think people there, to try to get better, families, their loved ones, and the last thing is somewhat, a chaotic environment that's causing concern with security. And also, just, most people don't know this, but he's actually under the primary custody. He's a U.S. what we call U.S. Marshal inmate because of pretrial status. So the Bureau, the agency, Bureau of Prisons oversees, the operations, oversee the inmates on a day-to-day basis. However, when they're in the hospital for an extended period of time, if there's no deal worked out between the local institution and the local marshal's office, it would be the marshal's responsibility to take custody of that particular inmate. And and if he does have issues with his legs, limp, does he have a cane or anything like that? So yeah, I think that's why that they would make this, take this measure, which I've never seen in my career. Someone taken out to the hospital at this time of night for something as basic as MRI.
Just listen to what Diddy himself had to say about his PL to get out. Diddy is planning to come after witnesses, and someone is pulling the strings from the shadows.
Good. So tell me, what's been going on? How the girls doing? How's Quincy doing? They good. Quincy, he been filming a lot. Hey, yo, don't tell me that he's out here filming for that vlog show where it's called. Yeah, and so people got us in it too. Yo, y'all stupid. Y'all understand the definition of lay low? We got a TV show when I'm dealing with this shit. Y'all need to just stay out the press. No cameras, no nuts. Don't entertain nothing. Don't take pictures. Don't sign autographs. Just stay in the fucking house. Nah, feel, Pop. I do it in the crib. Everybody else be on different shit. Don't nobody want to listen to what I got to say. But it's all good. I got motherfuckers cutting deals left and right trying to take me down. Nah, Pop. Everything gonna be alright. We gonna get you out. Oh, I know. Cause I got one more trick up my sleeve. And this one is gonna put everybody back in their seat. I can't wait to see the look on everybody's faces when this shit happens. What you mean, Pop? Don't even worry about it. Just do me a favor and vote for Harris. Alright? And don't be surprised when all my so-called friends do exactly that. Alright, now, did you complete everything that's on the letter? Yeah, I got the big thing, Bob. I did it. Are you stupid? I gotta go. I'll call you back.
Diddy gets off the phone really quickly after his son is talking about a big pen, a full pen pal. I'm not exactly sure what he was referencing. And that whole thing about voting for Harris or whatever, I'm very...
Diddy is connected to some of the biggest and most powerful politicians in the world, and even President Trump used to go to his parties. Obama is on record thanking Diddy for what he did. Mayor Eric Adams gave Diddy the key to the city just weeks before the raid at his house. Mayor Adams knew that Diddy was going to be arrested, but he still did what Diddy wanted him to do.
Yeah, there you go, Joe. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Dad for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We t-shirt.
If he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me. That the judge was going to allow him to be bonded out on the first get-go. Now, if he comes up with some more hearings, he might be released. But based on the evidence, they've been following him, bro. They've been tapping his phone, been having people watch him. You understand? He been coming back and forth from New York, and he don't usually be coming back from New York. And somebody was telling me that, yo, listen here, he trying to get witnesses. Remember when they released that first thing of Cassie? and I said that Diddy was trying to contact people for character witnesses, people for who he had problems with before or whatever like that, and trying to talk to them in the whole 9 yards. That's when they dropped that thing with Cassie. The Homeland Security had some agency or whatever like that that deals with that, dropped that thing on Cassie to show everybody, oh, y'all want to help him? Y'all, this is what y'all want to help? This is who y'all want to, say that he ain't never did nothing. This is what you want to put your brand on? Everybody started backing up. Everybody was coming on, yo, man, Cassie was a gold digger. Cassie this, that, and the third. She loved it in the whole 9 yards. And then when they seen that, all his friends or so-called friends, went away. So, him not having a bond is not surprising. He should have waited to see what they was going to offer.
Diddy wants to erase all the evidence, and he's been trying to do it for months now. Prosecutors informed Judge Aaron Subban that Diddy had been in contact with his associates and had been asking them in code words to pressure the witnesses and control the narrative. Diddy has now realized that he needs to take matters into his own hands, and that's what he is doing now.
A prison phone call just leaked, and it was posted by Social Details. This is allegedly a call that he had, and there's a lot of talk, a lot of code words in there, so we're going to listen to it together. Check it out. Now, this alleged leak call from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leak call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm going to make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like you talked about.
Now, in this alleged phone call, he starts to talk about someone named Jay. People are speculating that maybe Jay-Z, but there's no confirmation. At the same time, he talks about recycling plastic. I don't know what that could mean. If you guys have any idea, comment and let me know.
Everybody out there quiet as well. Exactly. We gonna let them have their good fun, but I'm still gonna have last laugh.
I mean, it seems by the call that he's looking for help. He's saying that a lot of people are quiet against people that are on his side, and that he's gonna have the last laugh at the end.
I told you to do, and don't forget about the list.
And then he goes on to say, don't forget about the list. You don't know what that list is or what that implies, but this is pretty crazy. Do I think this is legitimate? There is no confirmation yet if this is legitimate or not. This is the alleged leak call of Diddy. Tell me what you guys think.
Details this morning in the sex trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors now claiming that from behind bars, Combs has been trying to reach out to victims and possible witnesses. ABC's Phil Lipoff is here now with this story. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Gio. Diddy's lawyers trying for a third time to get him out on bail, but this time, the prosecution telling the judge about attempts they say the rap mogul made from behind bars to influence everyone from potential jury to alleged victims.
Who's the boss? Who's is lost? Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'm a fool off.
This morning, prosecutors leveling new accusations against Sean Diddy Combs, saying he poses a serious risk of danger, even from behind bars, as he awaits trial. In a court filing late Friday, prosecutors detailing the steps they say Combs is taking while locked up to reach out to prospective witnesses and influence public opinion to affect potential jurors.
The accusations within the prosecution's motion to deny bail are very serious and will be considered very heavily by the judge, because the judge is going to want to ensure that he is not influencing witnesses and or contacting anyone to influence the trial in any way.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution, and sex trafficking. He denies any wrongdoing. The government now asking the judge not to grant Combs' third request for bail, in which the music mogul offers a $50 million bail package, citing new evidence and changed circumstances. Prosecutors pointing to recorded phone calls from jail. They say Combs asked family members to reach out to potential victims and witnesses, urging to create narratives to influence a jury pool. allegations that could land Combs in even more trouble.
Diddy's jail calls can be used at trial if they are able to support the prosecution's case in chief. They can also provide grounds for additional criminal charges to be filed against him.
All of this while a Hulu documentary is set to be released Monday.
Shame to shine. Kid is nice.
Called The Honorable Shine, about a young rapper who says he took the rap for a nightclub shooting involving Combs and then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed. I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy.
Moses Shine Levy Barrow, now running for president of Belize, says he was betrayed by Combs.
Diddy's downfall today, I feel, validated a win for women all over the world as the saga of Diddy's legal battles continues to unfold. One thing is clear: the stakes are higher than ever, from faking medical issues to allegedly manipulating witnesses. Diddy's attempts to evade justice have only deepened the scrutiny surrounding his case. Despite his connections and resources, the walls seem to be closing in, with the court denying his bail multiple times and tightening restrictions on his communications. The question remains, will Diddy's alleged scheme succeed, or will the justice system hold? And thanks for watching this video, guys. Bye-bye.